I had to wake up for this one. It's that good. One of those midnight dream epiphany things. So, yeah, I look like I just woke up. Anyways, I'm just going to read what I just emailed here. Hey, Alex, you need to figure out what is going on with evolving to breathe less O2. I know a spike in CO2 would reduce the amount of O2 in the air. When I burp, that means ET. If you haven't figured that out yet. Factor in an ice age with a spike in CO2, and you may have a sudden... I didn't plan that burp. It's like that one video, Narf from Planet Haywire. Like the very end of it. It's weird. Let me start over. Hey, Alex. You need to figure out what is going on with evolving to breathe less O2. I know a spike in CO2 would reduce the amount of O2 in the air. Factor in an ice age with a spike in CO2 and you may have a sudden shift in O2, as it would decline 2 to 3% in a decade. There really is something to this because ET is in my HUD, my heads-up display, at the top of a mountain smoking a muffler while he gasps for air. But when he puts the muffler down, the mountain turns to ice. Pretty straightforward, Lockheed. So be a good gorilla, Alex, and find out what this gene therapy shot that they are desperately testing has to do with that, please. Thanks, N-word. So you'll see that in my emails here pretty soon. What doesn't make sense is if they are expecting a spike in CO2, then why did they cut down the rainforest? That jungle gobbled up CO2. That jungle gobbled CO2 up, which means they want a spike in CO2 if they cut it down for absolutely no reason. Lockheed was talking about runaway greenhouse gases, and that is another reason why you wouldn't want to cut down the rainforest. I think they are intentionally spiking the CO2 in order to counter the ice age. But, see, I just burped again. It's like a real important note there. E.T. It's like... I think they are intentionally spiking the CO2 in order to counter the ice age, but that would mean you'd have to evolve to breathe less O2 really fast. If that is why the gene therapy is for them, why didn't they just tell the truth? Oh, I know why. Because I conned them so Texas could own the oil market. I forgot about that part. Duh. Ha ha. You want real news? Came in the right place.